I didn't think it'd come to this. That's enough. You don't have to say any more, witness. Yes, I understand. What? Mr. Edgeworth, explain yourself. Your Honor, I have admission to make. I honestly never thought the defense would pursue the matter this far. Obviously, here, I'll be back. I still, if still live, when back at hotel. Maybe, maybe not. I have to go to a birthday celebration at like in an hour, so we'll see. But you enjoy your time in Florida. I think it's, yeah, Florida.
I grew up on. It's one of my favorites.
You don't mean. Yes, the prosecutor's office isn't filled with fools, you know. Naturally, we conduct full background checks on all of our witnesses. What did he say? Ha! Looks like the kid knew. He knew her true identity from the get-go. No way, but then why? If you hadn't revealed her secret, he wasn't going to say anything about it. All he wanted was her testimony, so he made a little trade. Let me introduce you to the victim's younger sister, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. But, I thought she died 5 years ago. We thought so as well, but, well, as you can see. Why? Why did she hide her identity for 5 years? That has nothing to do with the current case. She was merely an accidental witness to a crime. I highly doubt that. Accidental? I don't believe that for a minute. For the last 5 years, she's been playing the role of victim. And now we find her acting suspiciously at the scene of another murder? Oh shit, I realized I had someone else's stream going. You can probably hear it. Sorry about that. It was like very faint. I had it low volume. Really, Miss Faye, I must say your strategy here is painfully obvious. You're trying to pin your client's crime on an innocent witness in order to win? At any cost. How dare you? Please, let us take a moment to think. 5 years ago, this girl was kidnapped and nearly killed. But even worse than that, 5 years later, Dahlia Hawthorne lost something much more precious. Her big sister. Miss Faye must be insane to even suggest that she murdered her. What? Well, now we need a motive for murder. I'm inclined to agree. The prosecutor's logic. Miss Faye, do you have any evidence to back up your assertion? What possible reason would this witness have for killing her beloved sister? Well, you see, I thought I was winning, but somehow he's turned it around on me. Dude, it's why it's called a turnabout. Ha! I think you need a little push in the right direction, kid. The defense is prepared to present evidence supporting our claim. Ha! That wasn't me. It was this guy, this crazy coffee addict. I think we've heard enough empty threats from you, old man. Ha! What makes you think they're empty, boy? Because your protege looks like she's sweating bullets. Ah, I am sweating bullets. You think you're in a tough spot, huh? Of course, aren't I? No, you've just arrived at the moment of truth. That is all. Whether you win or lose, that's up to you. Up to me? Huh. The rashness of youth. How charming. This coming from someone younger than me? Now then, let's not waste any more time, Miss Faye. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? Probably this. I wish I saved. It's fine. It's gotta be that, right? It's not that? What is this? Is this the defense's idea of a joke? If so, I certainly don't get the punchline well, Miss Faye. Oh, that was the rashness of youth. The rashness of youth? And what is your point in furthering such a stereotype? Let's save. I fucked up. I admit. What? The witness stayed hidden for 5 years, kitten. There must be a good reason for that. And somehow it must involve Valerie Hawthorne. Okay, one more time, Mia. You gotta read the court record more carefully. Now then, let's not waste any more time, Miss Faye. What motive would this witness have for murdering her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne? Maybe I got the wrong crime. So this was the reason why... Okay. So the reason to try and kill Dahlia was to get the diamond off of her. But what was the reason for Dahlia for killing Victoria? I mean, it's gotta be the confidential note. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Probably this? The story starts after Terry Falls escaped. He called Valerie and told her he wanted to meet This is the note she left. It says talk to Dahlia. Tell her this time the whole truth must come out. Valerie Hawthorne gave Dahlia a warning. She told her she was going to reveal to the world the whole truth. The whole truth. There was a dangerously important secret between Valerie and Dahlia. That's the reason Dahlia felt she had to kill Valerie, to keep her mouth shut permanently. A terrific story, Miss Faye, if you like fiction, that is. Enlighten the court, Miss Faye. What was the secret that was so important? Where's your evidence? Dahlia involved Valerie Hawthorne and Terry Falls. Save. I probably should be making multiple saves. Shit. Okay, whatever. There's only one important secret that connects them all. Oh, yes, I know this secret. Your Honor, the defense would like to request further testimony. What testimony? Regarding the kidnapping 5 years ago. We believe it will explain a lot of things, such as the nature of the important secret between the Hawthorne sisters. Very well, I'll grant your request for further testimony. I know it will be painful for you, but can you enlighten us once more, my little Maple Leaf? Yes, I'll try, Mr. Judge. Putting on the old charm one more time, Dahlia. But this will be the last time you hide yourself behind your womanly wiles. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. The kidnapping left her emotionally scarred. With her sister's help, she left the Hawthorne family and started all over again. And we're to believe after all that, she murdered her sister? Preposterous. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Faye? Yes, Your Honor. As you've heard, the witness is still traumatized from the kidnapping. I'll ask you again to be extremely gentle in your cross-examination. Mr. Edgeworth got the jump on me again. If we're not allowed to fight, then let's twist some arms. Listen up. We've still got that info. That ace up our sleeve. What info? Come on, kitten. Don't say you've forgotten already. The fact that the kidnapping 5 years ago was staged. That's right. It was a fake kidnapping. Terry Falls told us that in the lobby. I'd do anything she says, anything Dahlia says. What you're saying is that the kidnapping 5 years ago was planned? Yeah, me and Dahlia and Valerie too. Yes, that's it. The fake kidnapping is the best shot, Mia. That's her secret. Okay. 5 years ago, I was kidnapped by Mr. Falls. Did you and Mr. Falls have a relationship? Yes. As a tutor. You were tutoring him, Mr. Falls? Hey, Wheeling and Dealing, welcome in. We're gonna have a really short stream today, so don't expect this to go too long, but I hope your Saturday is going well. I'm glad you're here. Oh no, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. Mr. Falls came to the house and, to tutor me. That makes sense. 5 years ago, she was only 14. He probably came up with the kidnapping plan during that time. The Hawthorns are in the jewelry trade and are quite wealthy, you see. Quite the clever fellow, that Mr. Falls. Did I hear him right? Did he just call Mr. Falls a clever fellow? Hey, Passaria, welcome in as well. You can get first again. Hasn't been redeemed yet for this stream. Or anyone can. I'm glad it's going well, Wheeling. You don't want it, it's tainted? Fair enough. The ransom price was a raw diamond. My sister Valerie brought it to the bridge. Oh, I guess you do want it. You changed your mind pretty quickly. Oh, dude, snack taste test? Alright, we got this. Now, I'm gonna list off some snacks, and the first thing that sounds interesting to you... let me turn on the music. Okay. Now, the first thing that sounds interesting, just tell me that's what you want. You're just selfish? Fair enough. You didn't want anyone else getting it. Alright, so I have a Ramoon drink, which is a marble soda. I think it's blackberry. We have matcha wafers, roasted biscuit sticks, egg yolk multi-grain roll. We have a choco pie with marshmallow filling. We have mochi, red bean mochi. Melon creamed fill cookie. Cheese crackers. A Swiss roll. It's either coffee or strawberry flavored. Let's see. A konjac jelly stick. Peach or mandarin. I'm not sure what flavor it is. It doesn't say. The soda sounds good. Oh, okay. I'm glad someone redeemed it. Let me go grab it. It's in the fridge. Alright, I'm back. Let me get to the actual camera so you get a better look at this. Thank you for redeeming that, by the way. I've been going through a full, I got a care package from a streamer friend, Pay Plays. I think they're probably live. But do you know anything about marble sodas? This is a jujitsu themed one. It's sponsored by Crunchyroll, I think? I don't know if that's gonna... I don't think I have a focus on this thing, so... whatever. Not too much? Okay. Yeah, it's Ramoon. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. But basically, it's called marble soda because in the top, there's a little marble keeping all the carbonation within. And in order to open it, you have to push the marble inwards to release the pressure. Ramune? Ramune, okay. So the actual... I've had one of these in my life before. There's a ramen place nearby that sells these. And I treated myself to one. They're kind of pricey here. They're like $6, and I don't think they're worth that much. But it's really interesting. So this comes with like a little top that you put on. As you can tell, there's a little indent in the middle that kind of protrudes outwards. That pushes the marble in. So hopefully I don't make a mess here. Oh, wait. Almost have it. Oh, God, it's kind of tough. It's hard holding it up and pushing in. I may have to put it on the table to open it. Oh, God. This might be a mistake. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. I need to go back to the gym. I'm scared I'm going to break something. Okay, maybe I could... Oh god, it takes all my weight. Oh, I heard it. There we go. The marble is in. So it has a little... You can see how it thins out there. So the marble kind of stays right here. It doesn't fall to the bottom. So let's give it a taste. I think it's... Let's see. This is like probably the most involved snack that we have on the list. Although there is also udon noodles and a milk tea mix, which takes a little more prep. But yeah, it's blackberry flavored, Jujutsu Kaisen themed. Let's see how it tastes. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not as strong as I thought it would be. I thought it would be more sweet, but it's actually kind of muted. Very good flavor, though. And then, yeah, you can see the marble now. It's right there. And it also has these two dimples where the marble kind of rests on when you pour it this way, so it doesn't go back in the hole here and plug it up. But thank you for the redeem. That's delicious. All right, let's go back to the game and turn it back up. I'm not sure what level it was at, though. There we go. All right. I heard the diamond is valued in the neighborhood of $2 million. $2 million? It was still uncut, so... It was about the size of a pint of milk. What a specific unit of measurement. A $2 million pint of milk. I don't know what to think about that. The defendant demanded that her sister, Valerie, make the exchange. Not as a detective, of course, but as an individual. By the way, I want to ask you, Mr. Edgeworth, why do you think he wanted to make the exchange up there on the mountain? If he ever got surrounded, it would be hard to escape. There's one thing a kidnapper wants to prevent, and that's police involvement. In a place like that, it would be easy to tell if he was being followed. With only one entrance to the mountain, he was ensuring his safety. What a wickedly clever man that Mr. Falls is. Yeah, right. It was all your plan. Anyway, Valerie brought the diamonds to the mountain and... After she made the exchange, she shot Mr. Falls in the arm. That was a dangerous thing to do, considering you were being held hostage. Yes, but actually, that saved my life. What do you mean? You see, Mr. Falls was holding a knife in his right hand. Somehow I just knew he was going to use it. I knew he was going to use that knife to kill me. Wait. What did he say? Or she? That's why my sister shot him. It was to save me. Wait, I may have to reread that. What arm was he holding the knife in? Was holding a knife in his right hand. And what was the testament? She shot him in the right hand? Or the right arm? In the arm. Oh. I thought it said where she shot. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me off the bridge from behind. I'd like to hear more about what happened right at that moment. Well, when Mr. Falls was shot in the right arm... Okay, there we go. He let go of me. So she shot the arm with the knife. If you want to add a citrus flavor to soup, you could add a large orange peel as it cooks and take it out after the soup is done. Like a basil leaf. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Like, what kind of soup would you put that in? I think orange pairs well with beef, right? Or maybe it's chicken. I don't know. I'm trying to think what soup that'd be good in. Probably not a cream-based soup. I feel like that'd be a little weird. Or like a tomato soup, I think would also be kind of weird, but like a... just like a bone broth, it might be good. I could see that working. Or like a pho? I think that'd be interesting in pho. Meat broth soups like chicken, ham, or beef. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, cream would be kind of gross if it was citrusy. Personally, I think it would be gross. But I'll definitely have to try that at some point. I used to make a lot of soup when I worked at a grocery store. I got a lot of meat that didn't sell that I just kind of cooked up a stock. It made it last longer. But I haven't worked at a grocery store in like, I don't know, 4 years now. So I haven't had the opportunity to make another stock. I was dazed. I turned to try and run away, but Mr. Falls turned to grab me as well. As I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second. Wait, as I ran past, he and I locked eyes for a second, and he gave me a large bloodthirsty grin. Hold on. Why would she run backwards and not towards her sister? Bloodthirsty grin. Oh. And in the next instant... Save the game? Oh, I'll save the game. Thank you. I'm very low health, so I really should keep up with that. I advise the court to remember that the river is 18 feet deep and incredibly swift. I was a strong swimmer, but I was knocked out. When I came to, I had been carried away by the river to a strange place. I'll never forget that day. The crumbling bridge, nowhere to run. Then just one little shove from behind, that was it. Before my sister could catch me, I fell into the river. By shoving me off the bridge from behind. I guess, did it say which direction she ran? Let me... No, not that. Let me ask this again and pay more attention. Okay, I was dazed. I turned. Okay, so she turned and ran away. So that means she must have turned towards the broken bridge? Ran past and I locked eyes for a second. He gave me a large bloodthirsty grin. Okay. Yeah, something's up with this testimony. A few things, actually. Okay, next up, I survived, but I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for family's money. And that's why you hid your identity. Yes, I only told my sister. Valerie Hawthorne, eh? Yes, she's the only one who knew about me. How is she the only one? Meanwhile, legally, this witness has been deceased for 5 years. I didn't ever want something like that to happen to me again. So I decided to change my identity and start a new life. And that new identity was Melissa Foster, right? Yes, my sister helped me get the official paperwork taken care of. Okay, I see. So she was the only one to know of her new identity. Without an insider's help, doing all of the paperwork would have been impossible. She was the only person left in the world I could count on. And you think I killed her? There's no way I could. It's the moment of truth for this witness, too. Once the truth about this staged kidnapping comes out, everyone in the court will know how much of a Jezebel she really is. I've just got to prove that kidnapping was a hoax. After she made the exchange... Wait. After she made the exchange, she shot... Wait a second. It was lost in the Eagle River 5 years ago, so the exchange never happened. Right? Is that what I'm understanding? Let me save real quick. Okay, that's wrong? I feel like my logic makes sense there, right? So, how would the diamond be lost after making the exchange? Wait, did I press this? Yeah, I did. Maybe it's a contradiction in the wording? Yeah, it makes sense to me as well. The ransom price was raw diamond. Valerie brought it to the bridge. Oh, after she made the exchange. Oh, she exchanged the diamond with, okay. I see what happened. Never mind, I got it mixed around. I thought Dahlia had the diamond. So, I guess technically, Valerie gave the diamond to Falls. But it went missing in the river at some point. Was kidnapped by Mr. Falls after shot. That's when Mr. Falls tried to kill me by shoving me out the bridge from behind. I'd like to hear more about what happened. Falls was shot in the right arm. He let go of me. Okay, I don't have evidence to prove any of this, but there's some contradictions in the words she's saying. Oh, shoot. There's another point I wanted to... Should have killed me shoving out the bridge. I survived. I was afraid I might be kidnapped again for my family's money. Maybe the diamond? Let me try the diamond here. No. Okay, that's not it. Is there something about the arm here? Oh, stabbed with a... Oh, no, never mind. This is Valor. This is for a different situation. Oh, wait. Now we do the bridge? Because why would she be... Why would she go this way? No, maybe not. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. You say that Mr. Falls pushed you into the Eagle River. However, that's hard to believe. But it's true. I felt a push on my back. I'm certain of it. It was Mr. Falls. I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't clear enough. I shouldn't have said that's hard to believe. I should have said that's impossible. Impossible? I asked the court recall the condition of Dusky Bridge, now and 5 years ago. That bridge hasn't changed one bit in these last 5 years. If someone had pushed you from behind as you have claimed... Yeah, you would have... Yeah, okay. You're at your grandma's house? Oh, nice. Hope you're enjoying it. Does your grandparents ever give you... or grandparent ever give you like hard candies? Because my grandparents always had a huge bowl of these strawberry hard candies. I never bought them on my own, but whenever I go there, they always had strawberry hard candies, Tootsie Rolls, the fruit flavored ones, and also I think they had vanilla, which was my favorite flavor. They just love their candy. Instead of being carried away by the river. Also, they had caramels, I think. You would have been smashed by the bedrock below. At a small grocery store, so he had a lot of candies? Oh, dude, that'd be so sick. I mean, my grandparents' house was basically a candy store. There's like a bowl of candy in every room. I don't think they ate it. They had a lot of grandkids, so... We were always happy when we visited Grandpa and Grandma. No, mints though. But only Grandpa there. Okay. No Grandpa, okay. Just divorce, gotcha, okay. And my grandpa's birthday was just recently. He's 86 now. You would have been smashed by the bedrock below. Most certain death. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? Yeah, I see what you meant. Yeah, it's only grandma, or it's only grandma there, not grandpa. I understood. Do you understand now, Dahlia Hawthorne? The very notion that my client pushed you from behind is impossible. Your Honor, this event occurred 5 years ago. Why, for all we know, the water level in the river may have been higher back then. Oh, no worries. I think I understood what you meant. I got there in the end is what matters. But it's 40 feet from the bridge to the river. A small change in the water level wouldn't have made a difference. You're right. If the events occurred just as the witnesses testified, then the defendant couldn't have pushed the witness into the river. Young lady, what is the meaning of this? You see, Just a moment, Your Honor. It's true that the witness testified that the defendant pushed her into the river. However, she never stated that she fell from the back end of the bridge. What? What do you mean? After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. If that's true, she would have fallen into the river. Well, Miss Hawthorne, is Mr. Edgeworth's explanation correct? Now that you mention it, I do remember now, when I fell off the bridge, my skirt got caught on one of the bridge's side wires. You can't be serious. Order in the court. It seems Miss Faye's assault has finally reached its conclusion. Not now, Mia. This is no time to retreat. Unfortunately for you, this is just the start of Miss Faye's assault. What? I believe your reasoning went something like this, Mr. Edgeworth. After being shot in the arm, it's plausible that Mr. Falls panicked. Therefore, he could have unwittingly pushed her off the side of the bridge. She's trying to lie to get away from something, but what? I'm pretty sure... Well, was it explained? It was all an act, so she's... I still don't understand why it was, like, all an act, though. Maybe we'll get to that. However, once again, I'm forced to say that's impossible. Ridiculous. What's so impossible about it? Because your flawed logic contradicts the court record. Taken by the witness bridge unchanged for 5 years. Bridge unchanged for 5 years. Wait, what? Was it this? I think it might be that, actually. Let's... Oh, I can't save. Oh, well. I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense here. We'll go with that. Your Honor, all of the answers are right here in this photo. Take a look at the wires supporting both sides of the bridge. Yeah, they're pretty well guarded. They extend up to about 5 feet off the ground. It would be impossible to push someone off from there. No. Yeah, she couldn't have fallen between there. I mean, she is kind of small, but the same thing. But let's remember the size and strength of the defendant. Wires like this couldn't be a problem for him. He was also shot in the fucking arm, Edgeworth. He could have easily picked up a 14-year-old girl and thrown her over. So young and already so forgetful, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Falls had been shot in the right arm. Oh, and more importantly, Valerie Hawthorne had her gun trained on him at point-blank range. So, Mr. Falls throwing the witness off the bridge. That is clearly impossible. Dude, I'm so interested to see how this goes wrong. Because we've been doing so good. But from we already know that this trial ends in a guilty verdict. Or at least I think a guilty verdict. We know this case already happened. And that Mia lost this case. I don't know what lost means. I guess they never said that he was found guilty, but the case was she lost. Order. What is the meaning of this? Dahlia Hawthorne, you jumped into the Eagle River intentionally. What? What is this? Indeed, what do you mean by such ridiculous remarks? Yes, it's ridiculous. My sister was there to help me. She had her gun and handcuffs. She could have saved me. Jumping into a raging river like that? That would have been suicide. Perhaps, but still, that's exactly what you did. You were probably confident that you could handle the swift current. But even more so, the witness had a much more compelling reason for jumping into the river. Oh? Then what was it? What was so important that she'd want to jump into the river? The witness is still alive. This fact alone explains everything. This is why she risked her life by jumping into the rapids of the Eagle River. It's gotta be the diamond. 5 years ago, something else disappeared along with Dahlia that day. The item that Valerie brought up the mountain with her. The $2 million diamond. No, it can't be. Yes, Dahlia had it all planned from the beginning. The $2 million. She was going to keep it all for herself. She forced Mr. Falls to help her fake the kidnapping. Oh, so it was planned with Falls. Oh, that's right, that was confirmed, actually. At the last minute, she betrayed him and threw herself into the river. With the ransom tucked away safely in her backpack. Why, that's simply ridiculous. Order. Your Honor, 5 years ago, the witness was only 14 years old. Do you really think a 14-year-old is capable of such a demonic plan? Oh, absolutely. Children are evil. This woman is a demon. And there was one more person who helped to make a demon out of her. Her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. You mean the victim was involved in the kidnapping plot as well? But she was a detective then. You're saying she participated in your sister's kidnapping? Precisely. I'm sure that it weighed heavily on her conscience for the past 5 years. This is the sole reason behind the victim's murder. What do you mean by that? On the day of the murder, after receiving the phone call from Mr. Falls, Valerie called her sister Dahlia. And then she told her what she was planning to do. She was going to tell the whole truth, as she wrote it in her note. That is what sealed Valerie Hawthorne's fate. That is when you hatched your demonic plan to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. A plan that would ensure neither of your accomplices to the kidnapping would talk. And that is why you killed your sister, Valerie Hawthorne. Do we do it? Do we win? Is that it? Who is that laughing at a time like this? Forgive me, it's just hilarious. Witness? Is that you? You amuse me, woman, Miss Mia Fey. You can certainly weave an exciting tale. Naturally, you have the evidence to back it up, don't you? Evidence? Evidence that I planned the kidnapping, of course. That at 14 I plotted it with Mr. Falls and my sister. Well, And one more thing. What happened to the $2 million diamond? If you can't provide evidence to at least show that... Well, Miss Fey, I don't know. What a joke. You, Miss Fey. Are you stupid or something? God, I want to throw her in the river. How can I prove a fake kidnapping that happened 5 years ago? I don't even have decisive proof of Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Well, it seems that we've come to an end. To be honest, the witness's behavior does raise certain suspicions. However, I am forced to reject the assertions made by the defense. Seriously, that's what's going to do me in this case? Of course you are. Is this it? Is it really over? That girl has made a fool of me and there's nothing I can do about it? Without evidence, the trial is over. Who decided that? Mr. Armando? Come on now, kitten. Haven't you figured out that you can make your own rules? For example, even if there's no evidence, there's still testimony. Testimony? On the day in question, Dahlia Hawthorne murdered her sister, Valerie Hawthorne. She hid her body in the trunk of Mr. Falls' stolen car and then went to meet with him. Disguised as her sister, Valerie Hawthorne, that's what you think, right? Yes, that's right. In that case, there's only one answer, correct? There is only one person left who can testify about Valerie Hawthorne's murder. Okay, I'm guessing we're gonna put Falls up there. Since there's no proof, there's only one thing left to do. Who is the one person who can testify to that demon woman's crimes? Your Honor, the defense wishes to call a new witness. A new witness? Yes, we would like to hear the testimony of Terry Falls. The defendant? There's only one person that can shed any further light on the situation. Only one person that knows what Dahlia's role in the kidnapping was. Only one person that can say whether the person in the photo is Valerie Hawthorne, or whether it was in fact her younger sister Dahlia, disguised as her. There's only one person who can solve this riddle once and for all, and that person is Terry Falls. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what is your take on this? Why not? The prosecution has no objection. Very well. Bailiff, bring the defendant to the witness stand. What time is it? I probably have like a few 20 minutes left before I have to go. My last chance to establish Dahlia's guilt. You're all I have left. Okay. Defendant, you've heard everything that's been said up to this point, yes? I don't believe it. No way. Dahlia died 5 years ago. Valerie betrayed me. Mr. Falls, I don't know what she said to you 5 years ago, but one thing is clear. We have to clutch this victory. Although we're winning pretty good here. This trial has been going fairly well in our favor, actually. Dahlia is very much alive, and you were used for $2 million. That's not true. Mr. Falls, there's only one question I want you to want the answer to. 2 days ago on Dusky Bridge, who did you meet? Was it Valerie Hawthorne or was it Dahlia Hawthorne? Dahlia, did you betray me? 5 years ago she promised. Never ever betray each other. Terry. Dahlia? It's true. You are alive. You don't trust me anymore? That makes me sad. Tell the truth. The real truth. I believed in you. I shouldn't need to say it. You should already know. But there is one thing that I will say. My life is in your hands right now, Terry. Is that blackmail? Dahlia? I will allow Mr. Falls to testify once and once only. Well then, Mr. Falls, yours will be the final testimony in this trial. Witness? I'm sorry, I apologize. Water, please. Hmm? Can't talk, need water. Huh. Oh well, I guess it'll have to be my coffee instead. Wait. Wasn't he poisoned? I can't remember. I feel like... Okay, the first trial in this game, she had a bottle of poison on her necklace, so I'm assuming that's going to come into play here. At least it'll match the way he's probably feeling right now. Darker and bitter than hell itself. Okay, so I mean, he's not dead yet. I feel like he's gonna get poisoned. I can't remember why she had poison on. Maybe that poison was only for that case with Phoenix Wright. Maybe I'm misremembering things. That day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. It was in front of Bridge. She wasn't there, so I waited on Bridge. I watched my car from Bridge. I never put no body in that car. Finally, one woman came. She stood front of me. We talked, then she left. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia. Mr. Falls, you're covering for her. Do you think she would do the same for you? That's enough, Miss Fay. His last statement was a fitting way to end the final testimony of the trial. Well then, Miss Fay, please proceed with your cross-examination. Is this how you want it to end, Mr. Falls? Another guilty verdict to go along with your death sentence? There's only one person who can stop it. You kitten. I think. The day, 4 p.m., I stopped the car. It was in front of the bridge. According to the note, the meeting was supposed to take place at 4:30. You certainly arrived early, didn't you? It was raining, already dark too. You waited on the bridge for 30 minutes? Mr. Falls. Eagle Mountain, that spot, strong memories. Why did he just clam up? Could it be he's hiding something here? She wasn't there, so I waited on the bridge. You were quite early, so you waited on the bridge, correct? Yeah, I like waiting. I am used to it. I'm sure he is. Zebra Boy waited 5 years to ask a single question. To find out why a woman betrayed him. To him, 30 minutes must have been like a blink of an eye. I watched my car from bridge. I would put body in the car. You were watching the car. That bridge, other side is broken. Nobody can come. Oh, it's not broken though. The bridge was not broken. Nobody can come from there. So I was watching car. Sai, what else were you expecting him to do? I suppose the obvious thing to do, but something's bothering me. I'm getting that feeling. A contradiction. I wonder what's on the other side of the broken bridge anyway. No one lives there. There's a small shrine up on the mountain, but that's it. Anyway, no one came. No car. Nothing. What did it say? I watched car from bridge. I never... There's a contradiction in there. Mr. Falls, think carefully now. Are you certain that it was Valerie Hawthorne? I never lie. It's the truth. It was Valerie. I remembered her face. Wait a minute. If you have remembered her face, then why did you make her wear a scarf as identification? Uh, sorry, I told a little lie. But the woman I met, she was different from the woman standing here now. She was different. It was Valerie. Yeah, I'm thinking, honestly, I think he might be a monk up on that mountain. I'm assuming, because he has a lot of memories of his childhood up there. And I'm thinking he's got the, I don't think those are scars, that might be like tattoos. We talked, then she left. What did you talk to her about anyway? Mr. Falls, Valerie told the truth about the kidnapping 5 years ago. She said someone needed to take the blame for it. That was all I could think to do. She said that. That's why she lied. Got me the death penalty. And were you satisfied with that answer, witness? Dahlia died. It was my fault. But I don't really remember. Maybe I did. Maybe I did push her in. It don't matter no more. Either way, my Dahlia, my sweet teen angel, dead. But you just saw that she isn't dead. After Valerie talked to me on the bridge, nothing left to live for. That was Valerie, not my Dahlia. How can you be so sure? It was raining at the time, and sunset that day was 5 o'clock. It would have already been pretty dark on that mountain at 4:30. Please, Mr. Falls, this is your last chance. You've already taken the fall once for something you didn't do. That woman, it wasn't Dahlia. Stop right there. What more needs to be said? Even if it means the death penalty, even if it means taking the blame for the murder. You'll still do whatever is necessary to protect her, won't you, Mr. Falls? I know it's obvious, but he's clearly lying. He's been cursed by Dahlia Hawthorne. He'll probably go to his grave still believing in her. Mr. Falls, even if you can show he's lying, the poor guy will still be cursed. You'll still have to point out the contradiction anyway. That's the curse of being a defense lawyer, I guess. The day 4 p.m. I stopped the car. It was in front of the bridge. She wasn't there, so wait, let me... Is there a contradiction with this? She wasn't there, so waited on the bridge. Watched my car from bridge. I never put no body in the car. Wonder what's on the other side of the broken bridge. Small shrine. She stood in front of me. No. Okay, wait a second. Okay, I see. Wait, let's save. Although I'm pretty positive, but maybe I got the evidence wrong here. Okay, so, let's see. He waited on the bridge. He watched the car from the bridge. So if I could show you the map. So he was watching the car from the bridge, meaning he was standing here looking this direction. In this testimony right now. And in this next sentence, he says, finally, one woman came. She stood in front of him, meaning that she must have stood, if he's here looking at the car, she must have stood here, meaning he would be placed closer on this side. She'd be closer to the car. But in the witness's camera, it's the complete opposite. So the car would be over in this left direction here, because that's by the cliffside that we could see from the map. So, meaning everything is flipped around in his testimony. So, stood in front of me, which is not the case here. I hope this is the right sentence to do this on. Yeah, it is. So when you got to the bridge, no one had arrived, huh? So you waited on the bridge? Are you sure about that? Yeah, I'm sure. You're sure, huh? Well, then I'm sure too, Mr. Falls. I'm sure that you're lying. Huh? What? What? Was he coughing? Oh, I would love to hear your rationale on this, Miss Fay. You want to know who arrived at the bridge first. Just look at this photo, it's perfectly clear. Obviously, the person that came first would be the one at the end of the bridge, right? But that's the victim at the end of the bridge. Precisely my point. In other words, Mr. Falls, you must have arrived at the bridge after she did. Blah. Mr. Falls, please don't get so worked up. We just want the truth. I got there around 4 o'clock. It's true. I had somewhere to go, a special place. Did you go to the special place before you went to the bridge? Yeah. It's an old temple about 15 minutes from the bridge. 5 years ago, me and Dahlia, we promised each other. We swore we wouldn't betray each other. She brought a memento to represent our love. A memento? 5 years ago, I hid it under base of tree there. Oh, that's where the necklace comes from. It's a special memory for me. This is it. This is what I went to get. This little bottle on a necklace is your memento? It's quite charming, but it looks empty. Your Honor, you heard what my client said. Oh, it's empty because, okay, the poison got used. He arrived at the scene at 4 o'clock, but he then left his car unattended and walked away. He was gone for approximately 30 minutes. Ugh. With that much time, Dahlia Hawthorne could have easily hidden the body in the trunk of his car. No. Indeed, there certainly is enough time for it. I've still got a chance. Mr. Falls, there's no mistaking it. Huh? Mr. Falls. Oh shit, okay, he was poisoned. Yikes. That's enough, please. Witness? I promised her 5 years ago, if it ever happens, that we can't trust each other no more, then we're supposed to drink bottle. Ugh. No, stop the trial. Your Honor, we need a recess. I was stupid. Couldn't keep promise. So I did it. I guess, okay, I guess it's suicide. I thought for sure she poisoned him. I mean, technically she did, but with words. I drank this. No, we are so close, just a little more. I was going to prove your innocence. No, don't want that. Don't trust self. Maybe kill again? Kill sweet Dahlia again. Mr. Falls. Mr. Armando. Thanks for the coffee. Aw. Mr. Falls. Yikes. And so my first trial ended, suddenly and tragically. It ended with no winners, only losers. I ended up with a wound that cut so deep into my soul I thought I'd never heal. Or it'd never heal, okay. I'm sure it was the same for the young prosecutor as well. But one person, the true criminal, Dahlia Hawthorne, she left the courtroom with a secret smile on her demonically sweet face. Why are you smiling? Unforgivable, that witch. Mr. Armando, we were so close to the truth. It was right there in front of us. You were just a little too soft, kitten. It's my fault? It's all my fault that Mr. Falls killed himself. Don't cry, kitten. You're going to make my coffee all salty. I knew it. I knew I wasn't cut out for this. Mia. Don't you get it? You can't cry yet. Oh, Armando. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Mr. Armando. Dude, I love him so much. He might be my favorite prosecutor. I don't know, but I love Edgeworth. Edgeworth is so good. They always fade over time, then you file them away and eventually forget them. The reason I really like Godot is because he's like a fairly new prosecutor. He's not someone with like well-renowned fame like Von Karma or Edgeworth. So I kind of like that about him. He's just kind of a funny little prosecutor that's actually decent at his job. But there's not a bunch of people just sucking up to him, which I kind of find to be a little pleasant of a change. I myself got wrapped up in that case. Yeah, was this the DL6 incident? Only after that did Dahlia Hawthorne get put on trial for her crimes. The verdict that was ultimately handed down to her was... guilty, of course. Naturally, when the verdict was read, she had a perfect angelic smile on her face. It was finally all over. At least, that's what I thought at the time. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. It's been 5 years, but now something has happened that's made me remember all this. Is it another murder at the bridge? Episode 4, Turnabout Beginnings, the end. Okay. That was a really short one. Bridge to the turnabout. Okay. Oh, I wonder why that statue's there. Because that was in the second mission? A brand new episode has been added. Okay. I think this is where we're going to end the stream. I know it's another short stream. We had like 2 short streams in a row. But I had to go somewhere between them. But now I have to go to Alice's, my partner's, brother's birthday celebration. But everyone take it easy. We'll be live maybe Monday, definitely Tuesday. I want to stream Monday. I might do Virtue's Last Reward on Monday. I really want to get back into that game. And it seems like this is the last trial in Phoenix Wright. So I think next week we're gonna try and finish up this this story, this trilogy actually, coming this week, and then we'll move on to the next game, which I believe Passaria redeemed, which was it's not Yakuza 2. What was before that? Wasn't Chrono Cross? I should have saved. What was on the list? Was it BioShock? No, it wasn't BioShock. Let me check. Oh, Zero Escape. Zero Time Dilemma. Okay. Oh, wait. That's going to be weird. I just realized that's not going to work out that well. It is said that the sacred sword itself, something, something, something. Though the branches may appear to be infinite, the choice is limitless. Oh, this connects to a lot, huh? Like our destinies, the sword comes to but one end, one merciless point. And when the silver cord, the fragile thread that binds us to the world, is severed, yeah, because if we beat this game, I don't know if I can move on to Zero Time Dilemma. Because we haven't finished up Last Reward. The illusion is revealed and the implacability of fate is finally laid bare. Who is that?